We've got rolling blackouts now. What do you make of that? The trains were shutting down.
No, I mean, this is a big story. This is bigger than a lot of people realize. The entire country of Spain and Portugal's power grid went down, with parts of France going down as well. I did a full comprehensive video about this on youtube.com/wearechange, just kind of going into the possibilities here. But the government is lying. The government is saying it was just some kind of weather event, and therefore all power went down.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't buy that for a second.
The government is conducting emergency meetings right now. They are calling up the military to be readied. They're saying this is going to be longer than 10 hours. Prepare.
Is it still down?
I believe so. I haven't checked, but they said it's going to be down for at least 10 hours. I'm going to double check that because I've been, doing the show with you. I haven't been able to stay up on this particular story. But this looks like a pretty significant major deal here that I think absolutely is worth talking about. We still have exponential power outages in Spain and Portugal, affects millions of people. We're talking about 50 million people being affected here. This is huge, as we're going to have a massive impact on the Spanish and Portuguese economy here that are going to be very big because of this. This is going to be huge. I'm looking at the live update websites now so we can get more details about this. But no, I just did a big part video about this, saying, hey guys, this is your warning, because this could happen to us at any moment and any time, and it could be the kind of signal here. But again, trains are being shut down, airports are being shut down, traffic is at a standstill since traffic lights aren't working. This is a major deal. The Spanish government holding emergency meetings right now, the military being prepared here, and they're being told publicly, oh yeah, it's going to be more than 10 hours, so be warned about that coming your way here. So this is a bigger deal. I'm automatically thinking about Cyber Polygon, the World Economic Forum cyber warfare game, talking about major infrastructure attacks, cyber attacks that bring down huge portions of the energy infrastructure. I think.
Remember last year when all the cell phones were down?
Yeah,
I have a similar feeling about that.
Now, I think there's a likely scenario here that this is either kind of a war game, a drill, a false flag operation by a government, or this is just some of the very reckless energy policies by the Europeans that are now finally reaching their kind of momentous collapse that everyone was predicting was going to happen.
They have been short on energy for a while.
Yeah, well, the Spanish government is getting rid of their coal energy plants because of net zero, because of their energy initiatives. As they keep importing more people into Portugal and Spain, the demand for energy goes up, and they're limiting their energy that they're producing, and they're shutting down their coal manufacturing plants to appease an autistic girl named Greta.
Well, you can remember even this past winter, like in Germany, there were huge energy shortages when there's plenty of solutions for it. And a lot of people are connecting this to, is this video worth watching? You shared this like 1 minute, 17-second video.
Yes, because it talks about the Obama's kind of film that they helped produce on Netflix that talked about.
Oh, that one, the one where the planes fall.
Yeah, and it's a very interesting way. I would watch it. I think it's worth watching.
I'll bring it up here.
Context.
So sorry to bother you. You must be Amanda.
Why did you come here?
In my line of work, you have to understand the patterns that govern the world. That can help you see the future. And I knew something was coming.
They're stitching like the movie and then with reality,
Yeah.
Do you know what that was from?
Yes.
We've all been deserted.
Yeah, no traffic lights.
Yeah. No traffic lights, total chaos. This is from today, right?
Yeah.
The train was down today. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what'd still be running? That sweet, sweet coal burning engine would be getting these people where they need to go. But they have electric. Looks like a monorail system maybe, or just a regular electric train. What do you make of people saying, linking this with Project 2030 and stuff like that?
Well, I'm linking it to Cyber Polygon, the World Economic Forum war game, predicting a lot of this. I'm linking this to what a lot of people are saying was predictive programming in the Netflix movie.
Or not Project, sorry, Agenda 2030. My apologies.
Yeah, Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
But I think Agenda 2030 is the perfect kind of link. I was like, yeah, what are you talking about here? I was like,
yeah. I meant to say Project 2025. I got confused. Project 2030 is real. Project 2025 is fake.
Exactly. It's the UN Global 2030 vision that is making energy a lot more expensive for the world's poors and creating an absolutely awful situation in Europe where the governments there are just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, Germany is getting rid of not only their coal manufacturing, but they're getting rid of their nuclear power plants because they somehow think nuclear energy is bad, which is the most retarded
The United States is stupid with nuclear energy too.
Yeah.
We should have a plant in every state. What are they doing? It's so stupid. Why? Because Chernobyl happened 1 million years ago. That's why we're worried about it. It's insane.
Exactly. We have the government here now issuing statements saying that this was because of a weather phenomenon.
That's all they said too. They haven't even said. They said a rare atmospheric phenomenon. Like what? Exactly. And why was it only over these 3 states? Or countries, I don't believe this. This is a lie. 100% a lie. If you're in Spain or any of the other countries affected with Spain, Belgium, and France, I don't think you believe this either. Because you're probably like, well, why didn't it happen in Germany? Why didn't it happen in our neighboring countries? Why didn't it happen in America? Why didn't it happen? They shut it down as some sort of test or some weird. I want to know what this rare atmospheric phenomenon. Now we know solar flares can affect things like cell phone coverage. This is real. We know this, but we don't know. I don't think we've seen a situation before where something in the atmosphere took out the power for 3 countries.
Yeah, for 50 plus million people. I mean, just a couple of days ago, Spain announced that it is 100% renewable power on its national grid.
So is nuclear.
Yeah, but again, they're like, for the first time since April 16th, wind, solar, and hydro are meeting all the demands for their national grid. I think that's the issue.
Well, that's because they forced down what you were allowed to use, though. They have rolling blackouts, and they have all this other stuff, all these other crazy regulations. They increased the price. I think people who are telling me, maybe Chad can tell me, I had a German friend who was here visiting over the winter. And he was telling me what their bills were in the wintertime to heat their homes. And many people were choosing to freeze as opposed to pay the bill to run their heat. In America, we see power companies in Colorado using smart thermostats. This is not this is a real thing that happened. You can look it up.
I know where you're getting at.
Turning down the power on people, turning down their thermostats, saying you can't run your air conditioning. We don't have enough power. And somewhere deep in the fine print gave them the power to do so. This is not Alex Jones level conspiracy. This is a fact of stuff that's actually happening.
Yeah, the smart grids and the smart meters and the smart thermostats all colluded together to say, yeah, you don't need to be cool. We're just going to change that temperature for you.
You don't get to have air conditioning.
Proverbially in your house saying, yeah, you don't need to be that cool. We're going to make it a little bit warmer in there because you know what? It's better for the environment and Greta Thunberg. So we're going to change it without even giving you the ability to change it back.
And I'm almost sure it was in Colorado where it happened. I'm almost positive.
And the people of Europe are extremely lucky because they never had to deal with a severe winter. Europe sometimes gets very severe winters. Yeah. They haven't had one in a long time. If they do, these green energy net zero type of UN 2030 vision policies that they're implementing, all of those policies are going to wipe out the poor people. Like the poorest people of the world,
they'll die.
Are going to be screwed.
Yeah, they will literally die.
And this is going to hurt small businesses. This is going to hurt small businesses can't pay to heat up their properties.
The German guy told me it was like thousands of dollars a month to heat his house.
Yeah, and that's even
and he's rich.
The winters not being that bad. The winters aren't that bad.
Here's the article. This was 2022. Colorado utility company locks 22,000 thermostats because it was too hot outside. Like, is that the world that people want to live in? You know, the greater good. This is for the greater good.
Yeah.
No, I want to run my thermostat at whatever the hell I want. Like, are you crazy? This stuff, by the way, make no mistake about it, these smart thermostats are going to become the law in some countries. They will try to make this the law in America too. I guarantee you. And it will become the law in some states. Like in California, I have no doubt in my mind that they will mandate smart thermostats. None. No doubt at all. Because they already have blackout problems and energy supply problems there. You know,
and it's only going to get worse. And this is about, you know, the human type of slavery and the human slave system that they're trying to slowly acquiesce you, and so you comply with these larger whims that are just absolutely insane. I mean, imagine a few years ago, you tell someone, yeah, the government and private corporations are just going to be changing the temperature for you. They're going to be deciding how you're going to be living your life. How are they
going to enforce that, Jeremy? Are you joking? How are they going to enforce it? They put the thermostat in your house, and then the power company colludes with the government to control your energy. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're saying, well, I have a generator in my own thermostat, okay, fine. You're one of 100,000 people that can say that. You know, like you can have your own power source and you can run some window units, whatever, but they will enforce it on 95% of the population, and they will just have to take it. What are these people going to do? These apartment complexes where there's, 10,000 people living in an apartment complex. They don't have generators outside. They're going to just be forced to put these thermostats in. And when you move in, the temperature will be locked to 75 or 80 degrees. And that's all you'll ever be able to do. Like that is a reality in some of these blue states in the next 5 years.
Yeah. It's
where are you getting your power from? Where are you getting your power from to compete?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a monopoly. I can't go. We Energy says I get X number of power units. That's all I get. I can't go to another power company and buy power. That's not how it works. At least in my state.